Welcome to another interesting video with fun and unknown facts. Hope you will enjoy the video. Let's get started. Please do subscribe for more videos.
The Philippines consists of 7,641 islands that cover it geographically. The interesting fact is that about 534 islands were founded and added just in 2017, making the total count 7641. Out of these islands, only 2,000 are inhabited. The discovery of the new islands sparked a lot of controversies, but they are said to have large rocks, sandbars, and would not be favorable for human habitation. Many of them are not even traceable on global maps. Even if you had to take an estimate, the people there say that for an adventure enthusiast, traveling to all of these islands will take at least 21 years. Regarded as a social activity, karaoke forms an integral part of the native people's daily life. You can find the karaoke machines even in the most remote and rural parts of the country. Though the first karaoke machine was built by a Japanese musician, it was only patented by Roberto del Rosario, a Filipino inventor back in 1975. Ever since then, this karaoke sing-along tradition has become an essential part of the Filipino lifestyle. The people of the Philippines are very social and always try to be in touch with all the important people in their lives. This habit of theirs has made the entire country's annual text message count jump up to a whopping 142 billion. Yes, a daily total of the messages sent by the people amounts to about 400 million. They must really love talking to one another. The Philippines have the third largest population of Catholics in the world, right after Brazil and Mexico. With about 80% of their population being Roman Catholic, this religion is deeply ingrained. The daily lives of the common people of the country. In regards to this, the people in the Philippines are not allowed to take divorce and not allowed to have gay marriages. Even abortions are considered illegal. The people of the Philippines love basketball, so much so that you can spot makeshift basketball hoops even in the most unusual rural and remote areas of the country. The Philippines holds the renowned Guinness World Record for the longest game of basketball ever played. Yes, back in March of 2014, a charity event of basketball was held and was played for a duration of an unbelievable 120 hours and 1 minute and 7 seconds. The people of the Philippines love shopping in the malls, and they have evidence to prove that. With just one visit to this phenomenal country, you will be able to understand how much the people of the Philippines love hanging out at the shopping malls. Jeepneys are a mode of everyday transportation for people in the capital city of Manila and other places in the Philippines. What is interesting is that these jeepneys were made out of all the army jeeps that the US military left after World War II. As an estimate, it is said that in the capital city of Manila alone, over 55,000 jeepneys operate on a daily basis. This resourcefulness of the Filipinos and their conversion of these army jeeps have successfully embedded the jeepneys to be an iconic symbol for representing the culture of the Philippines. Filipinos are warm, fun-loving people with a great sense of humor. This paired along with a good culture and respect for all the elders makes it one of the happiest countries in the world. In the Philippines, you can see every visitor being greeted as ma'am. They have separate lines for the elderly, pregnant women, or the disabled for various facilities such as the taxi stations, banks, and others. The Philippines has also served as a spot for the world's largest volcanic eruption that took place in the past 50 years. The eruption of Mount Pinatubo, on the 15th of June 1991 was the most horrid experience in the history of time. The eruption made the volcano emit tons of volcanic ash that fell up to the Indian Ocean. The hot magma roared down the mountain to the deep valleys, making deposits of fresh volcanic deposits. As a result of this volcanic eruption, over 20,000 people had to be evacuated, and the clouds of gases released by the volcano caused a global cooling by 0.5 degrees Celsius. This incident killed 800 people, and over 10,000 of the native countrymen were left homeless. The people of the Philippines celebrate Christmas not just as a day, but as a holiday season that starts from the month as early as September. Christmas is the longest holiday in the Philippines, and the people love to start shopping and decorations in September. The shopping bazaars and sites are crowded with people. The country of the Philippines has its capital as the Metropolitan Manila, also called the National Capital Region, NCR. Metropolitan Manila is one of the hippest and happening cities to travel and stay at. Only a few people know that although Manila is the capital city of the Philippines, on its own Manila itself is made of 16 small cities. The current population of the Philippines is 110 million. According to recent surveys, about 11% of the people of the Philippines migrate to foreign countries in order to make a good living and improve their state of life at home. It is surprising to find, Filipinos are the second largest population of Asian Americans in the United States. The administrative region of Cordillera is the least populated region of the Philippines. The rice terraces of this region were made more than 2,000 years ago. They are listed as a World Heritage Site by the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization. The islands of the Philippines were discovered by the Portuguese explorer Ferdinand Magellan, who sailed on the behalf of Spain. He found the islands while looking for Spain and claimed the islands of the Philippines in the name of Spain. The Philippines is the largest explorer of the fruit buko, which is a kind of coconut. It is recorded out that the country exports a whopping 19.5 million tons of this coconut every year. Along with being the world's largest exporter of coconuts, it also is the world's largest supplier of nurses. It is found that 25% of all the overseas nurses working in other countries are native to the Philippines. Boxing is one of the crucial passions of the people of the Philippines. This has made boxing a loved sport throughout the country. What is unknown is the fact that the 8-division world champ, Manny Pacquiao, is native to the Philippines. Camiguin, an island province in the archipelago Philippines, has more number of volcanoes than the number of towns the region has. The region has 7 volcanoes and just 5 towns. None of the volcanoes has erupted since the 1950s.
Please do subscribe for more videos.